What's your favorite oxymoron? You know, two words that don't go together when you really think about it. Sometimes they're called a contradiction in terms. Things like military intelligence, or jumbo shrimp, or deafening silence. Right now, my favorite is cautiously optimistic. Okay, maybe it's not my favorite, but it is one that I have used a lot. It's how I would often describe the way I felt about my business. Starting a business these days? I guess one could hardly be blamed for using the word caution in the economic times in which we live. However, I have come to realize those terms don't do me any favors. It's sort of like driving with your foot on the brake, don't you think? Being cautiously optimistic is really just a defense mechanism. I mean, if you try something cautiously and it doesn't work out, you fail, but only a little bit. You cushion the blow with lowered expectations. But that's the problem. Failure is a relative term. Sure, no one wants a colossal failure on their hands, but if life is just one big learning curve, why not learn big? There is a fantastic line in one of my favorite movies, Apollo 13. This 1995 classic beautifully depicts the drama surrounding that ill-fated moon mission. As final preparations are being made to give instructions to the astronauts as to how they are going to land back safely on the ocean after an onboard explosion, there is this exchange between the NASA director and Gene Kranz, flight director. NASA director: "This could be the worst disaster NASA's ever faced." Gene Kranz: "With all due respect, sir, I believe this is going to be our finest hour." That, boys and girls, is optimism. What would optimism of the cautious variety have sounded like? "With all due respect, sir, it's possible one of them might survive." "With all due respect, sir, I think the spacecraft might survive as a museum piece." "With all due respect, sir, some of us might still keep our jobs if we look like we're really trying." Not exactly the stuff of which legends are made. Gene Kranz knew in that moment they were either going to get those astronauts home safely or not, and there was no middle ground. Failure was not an option, and Mr. Kranz and his team practically willed those astronauts home. It is an incredible story, and one that didn't need to be pumped up or rewritten by Hollywood. Sometimes having a fallback plan means you plan to fall back. The middle ground is boring. The sweetest fruit is at the end of the branch. Our words, and by extension our thoughts, have great power. So with that in mind, I hereby declare that when I am in a state of optimism, I will not water it down with caution. And if you think that's foolish, we can always agree to disagree.